Hagar, an Egyptian maidservant to Sarah, Abraham's wife, plays a significant role in biblical narratives and their interpretations by Jehovah's Witnesses. Her story is detailed in the book of Genesis and carries both historical and symbolic meanings. Historical account: due to Sarah's barrenness, she offered Hagar to Abraham as a secondary wife to produce an heir, a practice customary at the time. Upon conceiving, Hagar's attitude toward Sarah became contemptuous, leading to tension between them. Sarah treated Hagar harshly, prompting Hagar to flee into the wilderness. There, an angel of Jehovah instructed her to return and submit to Sarah, promising that her offspring would become numerous. Hagar obeyed, and her son, Ishmael, was born when Abraham was 86 years old. Years later, after the birth of Isaac, Sarah observed Ishmael mocking her son. Concerned about Isaac's inheritance, she urged Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away. Although distressed, Abraham complied after God reassured him, providing Hagar with bread and water for their journey. In the wilderness of Beer-sheba, when their water was depleted, Hagar despaired, but God heard Ishmael's cries and revealed a well to her. Ishmael grew up in the wilderness of Paran, becoming an archer, and Hagar found him an Egyptian wife. Symbolic interpretation: the Apostle Paul, in his letter to the Galatians, uses Hagar and Sarah to illustrate two covenants. Hagar represents the law covenant established at Mount Sinai, corresponding to the Jerusalem today, symbolizing natural Israel in bondage to the law. In contrast, Sarah represents the Jerusalem above, God's heavenly organization, free and the mother of Spirit-anointed Christians. This allegory emphasizes the distinction between those bound by the old law covenant and those liberated through Christ under the new covenant. Lessons and applications: Hagar's experiences convey profound lessons. Her return to Sarah, following divine direction, highlights the importance of humility and obedience to God's guidance, even in challenging circumstances. This narrative encourages believers to trust in Jehovah's provisions and timing, recognizing that adherence to divine counsel leads to blessings and fulfillment of God's promises. In summary, Hagar's life encompasses themes of faith, endurance, and the unfolding of God's purposes. Her story serves as both a historical account and a symbolic lesson, offering valuable insights for personal reflection and spiritual growth. Please share and like, and please subscribe.